Is this doing that thing again where it was showing
like
last
it's
week's?
Screaming. Yeah, but I think it's working now. I just gotta test it. And then I gotta find it on YouTube. How do I get the channel here?
You got the blue light going on up here. I'm not sure what this blue. It has like shows like a phone on there and headphones. So that's the mic.
Should be going. I don't know if it'll go from. Stop it. This one. How do I get it on the?
Then they put the cast on it 3 weeks later.
Now it's showing the old one.
And when they took it off, it doesn't matter. I mean, it was so stiff. I could barely, I'm like, and it hurt so bad. I was like, I want another cast. And they're like,
Yeah, that was last week.
They came back and said, the problem is, if we put a cast on, cast it again, it's,
that's last week's.
it's going to be painful.
I don't remember how to get it on
Gotta get to start moving.
Yeah, and I'm like,
YouTube.
oh, well, I don't want to do that, so, yeah.
They gave me the option of going to physical therapy. Tell me
What did I do last time?
Yeah.
basically all it is.
Oh boy. Joanne made it. Oh, both Joannes made it. Yay! Yay! Auto live. Source output. I don't get it. Anything happen here?
No.
Boy, Faye, another text?
Can I call you after service?
Hey, Rabbi.
Hey, can I call you back at...
Can you call me up? It's on YouTube already. We're streaming live right now.
What am I wearing?
You're wearing your purple shirt.
Oh, wow. Where did you get that?
We typed in Aveinu in Google, and we clicked on Beit Aveinu homepage. And then we clicked on click here for the broadcast.
I did the same thing and I couldn't get it. Okay. Thank you.
Alright, see ya.
See ya.
Who was that?
Christian. That was
So what's
Christian.
with the echo?
I just did the same thing. How did he get me and I didn't?
That's a neat, what do you call it? Effect, if you're gonna do rap or something.
I don't understand how that happened. EDINU.com.
Everybody does.
Look here for the live broadcast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, down here.
I planted, it must have been a.
So I guess I could put that on.
I don't like this big, you know, I went out there the other day to harvest some and they're still having that any bigger, now they're starting to turn yellow, kind of, you know, like.
Click here
But they're still like really hard.
for the live.
They're just hard.
We have some that, they want to talk like that.
Yeah, my neighbor planted some and hers are just regular ones.
That works.
She gave me a couple, I gave one to Teresa, like this.
And that goes kind of long.
Yeah.
The long,
Here it comes up.
Yeah, I did some of those last year and they didn't do that well.
These are just had the big ones.
The white one, I got a lot of fruit on, but not the peach on. So I'm just gonna go back to
There it
the big,
is.
the regular. But this year was just
Says
better for the garden. It didn't do well. Our green beans did great, and our tomatoes were okay. The Roma grape one, the Juliet Roma grape, it produced quite a bit. Our other tomato plant didn't do that great. I mean, it got really big and everything, but
Well, that's interesting.
like usual. It was an early girl.
Okay, well, it looks like it's coming on there. Okay, I got to get the movie online as well. What is it called?
Our cucumbers didn't do that great. Peppers did all
Adolf
right.
Eichmann, the movie. Eichmann.
And our salad mix stuff that we wanted to eat. I mean, in the Swiss chard, we had a lot of volunteers that were coming up, and we're still eating that, and just planted some kale, maybe a month ago or a few weeks ago, and it's already like this, and the kale likes cooler weather anyway. So I've been harvesting that for a while.
I got some of that kale. I have no idea what to do with it. It's
Oh.
bitter.
This
Well,
one?
you can use it just like Swiss chard or spinach,
Okay,
You can cook it or you can.
loses some of that bitterness.
Well, mine wasn't really bitter. Is it the curly?
Yeah, that's the movie. But this is the unedited. I better tell them
I
that.
guess.
Curly. right.
Facebook.
Yeah. We always just use it in salads, and then you can and cook it too, just like spinach or Swiss chard. It's pretty versatile. That's how we always use it.
The movie. So today
Maybe it's not right.
we're
Well, yeah.
watching
Maybe it just needs a
this
It's not.
movie.
It's not. I'm sorry. It's not showing up on the TV.
Oh, when I planted.
It's not showing up on the TV.
Yeah, the TV's on, but it's not showing there.
It's really good.
Does it show this?
It's not showing anything.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Plump like you buy it at the store. It's like individual stems.
And come back.
This is the unedited version.
I've never grown it, but I've
Okay.
never seen some.
Post that. Okay.
I mean, what?
That's that's all working. Everything's working now.
Okay.
Not the mic.
Well, I remember.
Because it was a long time ago when I was a kid, they grew it, and they would also.
So they just put mulch up around it, or
Yeah,
put
and
dirt?
Even when it's
Not
growing, well, I think they mulch it in the winter time.
right.
And then the summer, they would also kind of mulch it up, and it'd be,
Right.
kind of more.
I don't know where the
Well, he
thing
had
is.
one. He says, it was kind of stringy, and then he picked another one that was closer to the inside, and yeah, he said it was really good. The leaves are just gorgeous, and they have lots of flavor. So I use that in salads too, with parsley. I like to put parsley in spring salad. They're just really good. And I planted, I got parsley outside the bathroom. I planted a bunch of thyme. Thyme and lemon thyme.
And your weeds in your garden, your little persane,
The what?
you know what persane is?
No.
It's kind of a little local, it's kind of like a plant, but it's a weed.
Oh.
Grows crazy in my garden.
Um,
It's a, you gotta pick the youngest power, and then it'll work. Get the parts, salt, buttered salt, it's really good.
oh. Oh.
No, it's,
Right, yeah. My husband is more savvy on the weed thing because he farmed for 30 years, Sampson Basin, and so, I just know what my plants are supposed to look like. And they love me. So, yeah.
3A cable.
every year. And my son.
All right, where's my
And
lead?
then, some men, which probably wasn't the smartest thing, but.
What else am I supposed to do? I got the video up. They were watching this. This is the unedited version. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and our garden in the back looks like a hollyhock
This.
garden. And all these different colors. You know,
Policy.
I do too, but they get into places where they're not,
Yeah,
they don't need to be, they're in the way. But they're really pretty. Yes. I would like to, it's spinning and she's like going, I want to harvest some of the seeds.
Like
They're
that.
different colors. We got white ones, we got the light
What's
pink
wrong with
ones,
this thing?
more burgundy colored ones. It's
Oh,
so
for
bright.
crying out loud.
Okay, we didn't plant these. Yeah.
Oh,
It would be possible. Well, you know, that would be more expensive than buying a new one. Wait, if you're gonna charge us labor, parts, and all that.
okay. Where is it? Where's policies at? Oh, I know it's in, hey. Oh, I just saw it. Where'd it go?
Chair.
Chairs.
Chair.
So they just took your chair. Well, I know. Out of school and you can't figure out what to do, right?
Yeah.
Too many people around. Can't get away.
Boy, I closed my head.
There it is. Okay.
And I realized how short it is.
And then there's the movie.
It's like, that ain't gonna take too long to go.
I'll use this
But
one.
I'm here.
Okay, we're gonna get ready to get started here. Let me get my mic on. I don't know if the mic's working. I don't have a pocket on this one, do I? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Is that an echo?
A little bit of an echo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Lord speaking.
Here.
Said that'd be good for rapping.
That's right. Yes, definitely.
No, let's don't do that.
Let's not do that. Okay, so this is my first draft on policy. You know, I haven't really written one up. We just kind of told everybody as we went along. And when things came up, well, this is our policy, this is our policy. So I thought I better write them down. And then I'll post them. I'll put them up somewhere here. I don't know where, but I'll put it up somewhere. Other news too is Sunday, this tomorrow, we start the new synagogue up in Bellingham.
Woohoo! Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have a good turnout. If we don't, I mean, you know, you never know how these things can go.
That's right.
It could just boom like it did in Wilbur. I'm getting your Talit too. It's I've been working on. Oh, you already got one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I had another one coming. That's fine. I'll put it in the store.
Somebody else found it for me.
Oh, they found that was yours?
Where was it?
Well, I'd dropped it off in my car, and I had it dumped off in my car. So the lady up at the tiny booth, yeah,
No way.
she got me a nice note.
When today?
No, yes, last week.
Last week. That's unreal.
She said she's been working for me for weeks.
For weeks.
I'm watch for me.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Well,
Yeah, so you never know how these things, if they'll take off like it did down in Tacoma. We tried up in what was it called, Leavenworth for a year. 1 year we were up there. It was that long.
yeah.
Nothing. We had 2 people that visited, and they never come back, either of them.
Yeah.
So you just never know how things are going to go. So I see good if it goes. If the Lord is in it, I'm all for it. If He's not in it, then I don't want the extra drive. So that's just the way I see it. If He wants it to go, and I put out tons of emails, like the night before last, I must have written over 50 emails to pastors up there saying we're starting a Hebrew class. That's how we're starting. Hebrew classes are non-threatening. Even some pastors like to go to the Hebrew classes even. So, I mean, it just takes one pastor to stand in front of his congregation and say, hey, they're having Hebrew class. And that's what happened over here with the First Assemblies, and we had like 70 people in that Hebrew class. So can I get a glass of water? Thanks. So it could go, or we could get there and be nobody. You never know. I won't be disappointed if there's no one. Either way, I'm happy. So we'll just leave it, put it in the Lord's hands, and that's it. Okay, so policy. And I know there's at least one more I'm going to add to this that has to do with donations. We're going to say something to the effect of, if you donate something to Beit Aveinu or to Torah Light, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
If you get mad at me, you don't get it back.
Well, it's, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a gift at the time.
That's right. It's a gift. If it's a gift, it's a gift. And if you loan, we're going to put another clause in there. If you loan something, you have to write down what it is that you're loaning. And you get a copy, and I get a copy. Because otherwise, you can say afterwards, like you get mad because I talk about a particular sin in your life. And you get mad and you go, well, that was actually a loan. Oh, well, show me your paper.
Yeah.
So if you loan us something, it goes down in... And please don't loan us anything. Don't loan us anything. Because if it gets lost, and I guarantee you it will, it's a nightmare for us. So if you don't loan us, and if Teresa asks to borrow something, don't loan it to her. Just tell her, sorry, Rabbi told us not to do that. I'd love to. Blame me. Because, it gets lost, goes into the black hole, and it never comes out again. So, and I can't, and if Teresa's, especially if you loan something to Teresa, or she knows about it, she'll forget. She'll completely forget, and then I don't even have a clue what's going on. So don't loan us anything. Don't leave anything here. If you leave it here, that's on you. That's your fault. Okay, but that'll be one of the things we add in here. So 1, dancing is allowed outside, but not in the sanctuary. 2, please dress modestly. We do have a stoning policy. See below. 3, no speaking during the teaching. 4, only men blow the shofars, wear tzitzits, or wear masculine tallits, or read the parsha portion of the service. Women do more mitzvot per day. Please leave some for the men. 5, we encourage you to, this is for those when we have, if we have, what do you call them, weekly food, if we have food. We encourage you to bring a dish, but no pork, shellfish, or anything biblically unkosher. We at Beit Aveinu are biblical Jews, but some rabbinics are encouraged if they don't contradict Scripture. 6, blatant anti-Semitism will result in your removal, in your immediate removal. 7, order will be kept at all times. 8, if you have a problem with the rabbi or any staff member or any other member, you must go through the proper channels or your complaint will be automatically dismissed. So what's the proper channels? First, you come tell me. It's the first thing you use. Even if it's a problem with me, you tell me first. If it's a problem with another member, you come tell me first. If you don't feel satisfied with the answer that I give you, then you go to the Beit Din. Those are the elders. Okay? So our Beit Din here is Matt and, well, everybody else left. But we're talking to Rick about being on the Beit Din too. So you need an odd number for a Beit Din, so a minimal of 3. So, and then if you're still not happy with the result, then you go to Torah Light. That's the proper channels. You then go to Torah Light. If you're not happy with them, well, then you got to deal with my dad. So good luck with that. Because he'll be very straightforward. And he knows all my problems. If it's a problem you have with me, he knows my problems. You're not going to be telling him anything new. So if it's the truth, if it's a real problem, so he'll be able to deal with that. Okay. 9, we don't have here. We need to reinstate this. Please follow the directions of the captains of the temple. They are here to keep order. So we used to have captains of the temple, but they're not with us anymore. What they did was, if you had a woman, this also has to do with the stoning policy. If a woman came in here, she was dressed not right, very provocative. The captain of the temple, the lady captain, you had a male captain of the temple and a female captain of the temple. In the biblical times, you really did have a captain of the temple. That's mentioned in the New Testament. It was a guy. It was just the guy. So the woman will go to the women, the men will go to the men. They'll say, you know what, next time you come, you might not want to wear something quite so, be super nice to anybody. It's super, super nice. You might not want to wear something that low cut. Maybe next time wear something a little different. We've never had a problem with this, by the way. We've never had to actually talk to somebody. And we won't do it the first time. If it's a new person that comes walking in the door, we don't say nothing. We kind of let them get a look around, and everybody, even down in Tacoma, they've adjusted. The only time we've ever had a problem with this is when I first took over Beit HaTorah. That was the first time I ever had a problem with that. And that's when I instituted the stoning policy, and we've never had a problem since. So then if they come back again a second time, and they're still wearing a low cut, they say, you know what, why don't you go home, get changed, we'd love to have you, come back. And if they do it a third time, they can't come for a month. We put a stone on their chair, and they've officially been stoned. They can't come back for 1 month. So who would enforce that would be the captains of the temple. Okay, 10, if you disagree with any of the teachings, we're Jews, we're going to disagree at times, please keep it between yourself and your family members, or you may be robbing someone else of a blessing. So you guys all know we had a guy here that used to go, what did you think was wrong? What was wrong with the teaching? What did you think was wrong? And people who had actually enjoyed it, then they started going, well, I guess I didn't like this, and I guess I didn't like that, and pretty soon they were complaining, or they would be driven off. That's what this particular individual did. So if you have a problem, feel free to share it with your family. Be careful what you say in front of your kids. We had this happen down in Quincy. The people, every time after they heard me speak, they all got in the car and they complained about me. Blah, 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 blah. And then pretty soon their kid didn't like me either. And then they blame me because their kid didn't like me. And I'm like, well, who taught him to disrespect the rabbi? It was them. They were the ones that kept doing it. So I would keep it between yourselves. Be careful with your kids. 11, if you quit the community and cause other non-family members to quit, because of course you're going to go with your family. If you quit, you're going to take your family with you. But if you start causing other people to quit, you will not be allowed back into any Beit Aveinu or Torah-like community again. This is a one-strike rule. So if you take other people with you, you're in the wrong. You shouldn't do that. It's not good. We haven't had any of these problems here in a very, very long time. But still, it's policy. It's good to know. 12, if you leave in good standing, we wish you the best. 13, we do not try and hold members in any way if they'd like to leave. If you're thinking of leaving, please allow the rabbi to give you $20 to encourage your departure. 14, we give visiting speakers the same respect we give the rabbi. 15, we reach out to new visitors and make them feel welcome. 16, we never say, "That's my seat." This one is a pet peeve of my mom's. They used to go in the Penticton congregation. They have a new person that would come, and they'd sit down, and one of the members would go, "Oh, that's my seat," and my mom would flip. She'd just, "No, you don't say that," because it happened to her. She had gone to a church. My dad was the visiting speaker at this church. And, first time there. I was there when this happened. And she sat down, and this lady came up, and packed. Big church, tons of seats. She could have sat anywhere she wanted to. And the lady comes up and she goes, "That's my chair." My mom said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And she got up and moved. She's very gracious, but she never forgot that. So we don't say, "That's my chair." Where are we? There we are. We stand for the Shema and Israel's national anthem unless in pain or disabled. 18, if called on to say the weekly prayer or to read the Parsha, you must stand, of course again, unless in pain or disabled. 19, clean up after yourselves and your kids. The rabbi and the rebbetzin are not your cleaning custodians. 20, mind your kids. Just because you're in shul doesn't mean you're no longer a parent. Otherwise, you forfeit the child and they permanently become the rabbis. Just kidding. That's right. That's right. 21, if you shoot the rabbi in the foot, he will shoot you in the head metaphorically. In other words, if you don't like the teaching, whoops.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to figure that out.
Shoot him in the head.
That's right. Head. Where to go? In other words, if you don't like the teaching, don't attack the messenger or anyone else at Beit Aveinu or Torah Light. Enjoy the teachings. You'll love many of them, and the others will offend you unto growth if you allow them to. So, Rabbi Stanley, Dr. Chester, and the Beit Aveinu staff. Any other ones that you guys can think of off the top of your heads?
I don't know.
Okay.
But can we have a sheet of paper?
Yeah, I'm gonna add that last one that I said about the donations, and then I'll print some up. I'll put them out on the table out there as well.
That'd be good, like the 10 Commandments.
There you go.
The 20 Commandments.
20 commandments. 22 so far.
Oh, okay.
And there may be more if I can think of them, but okay. I'll blow the shofar. I better turn this off. Okay. Whoops. Good. Slideshow. Go up there? Okay. Let's go ahead and stand for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Zahuto Leolam Vaed. Amen. You may be seated. We're going to get right in. We're going to go ahead and pass the box. Rick, do you know where the Zedekah box is? I don't either. Let me go look.
That's a good one. That's the best one I've ever seen. It's a poor man's, what? Zedekah.
Yeah, aren't they called banking terms, they're called hatching? Whatever the heck. I don't know, I read it in a Bernstein Paris book.
We also got the starting of our puppet show. I'm going to be making some puppets.
Hey, I got the knife. Oh.
See you with a knife? I cut it right down the middle, so alright, there's a knife.
So that's the first part. Right? Isn't that cute? And you put in a little, you can put in a picture here. You can put your face in there if you want. And then you have the puppet show right here. But that's the start up for the puppet show. Isn't that cute? It was cheap too. It was like, I think I paid like $50 for it. Yeah. All right. So, this movie is very important. How many of you know the story of Adolf Eichmann? Yeah? Really?
They had they lost it.
Yep.
Huh?
They kept it from me. They kept it from her.
Oh, okay. Well, it's really important to know who this guy is because he was, next to Hitler, he was the most responsible individual for the Holocaust. He's, every Jew knows who Adolf Eichmann was. And I don't want to give away the story, but the Mossad, they only do a very small part on this, so I'm not giving it much away. The Mossad, the Israeli CIA, went down to Argentina, which is where he had fled and was hiding. They went down into Argentina and captured him, brought him back to Israel, and tried him, and then I think he was hung, if I remember right. He was hung. They executed him. At the Yad Vashem in Israel, which is the Holocaust Memorial Museum there, they have a whole section dedicated to this story, that he was captured and tried. they have like the tapes and everything of the whole trial because he escaped from the Nuremberg trials. So they got it. How you feeling, Joanne? Are you feeling okay?
I don't want anybody to hug me, but I'm feeling
Okay.
a lot better than I have.
Okay.
It's a little bit in pain, so we need prayer
Wow.
for her.
Okay. We'll keep you guys in prayers.
I'm getting over it.
Okay.
This is my 1 in 20 year cold, so.
1 in 20 years.
Oh, I
don't even have 1 in 20 months. I mean, I have every
5 years.
1 in 20 months. I get like 2 or 3 a year usually.
I don't, it's been like at least 3 years,
Wow.
maybe longer, since I've had a cold where I was going to help.
I was coughing this-
You know, I feel really bad. But no,
Wow.
I can't dog, I don't want to cook nothing, you know.
You can do that pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So now this movie, I had to do some editing, and this is the first time I'd used this particular editing program. So even though there was like three or four nudity places, so I got them cut in the right places, but it doesn't look very good to cut. You can't see any of the bad stuff, but it's not that. I'm still learning to work with this program. And then there's a couple places two places where they cussed. So I did an overlay. I'm just new with this particular, and when they cuss, I say "Oy vey," so you'll hear that, and I overlaid it on the thing. But it's a terrible job as far as that goes. But everything's cut in the right place. I mean, I got it right down to the frame, so that you don't miss any more dialogue than you have to. Unfortunately, they talk through the sex scenes, but they don't give away anything that you need to hear anyways. But the movie does seem a little choppy because of that. I showed it last night at Quincy, but if you can get by the editing that I did, there's a lot to learn. It's a true story. This is from the perspective of the prosecutor. Who he was not the prosecutor, he was more like the interrogator, he was trying to get a confession out of Eichmann. So he was really one of the first main guys to interview Adolf Eichmann. So it's a great perspective, and I really enjoyed this movie. I found myself even hating the actor. That's when you know it's a good movie. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy this. Oh, if you're on live watching, I'm going to have to click out here because we need to use the speakers. So if you're watching us live, please go to my Facebook page and click on the movie there that says Watch Eichmann Online Free on Putlocker. If you can't get to that, if you're watching you don't have Facebook, go to, let's see, how can I put it? Go to www.watchfreetv, WATCHFREE, time to clean this, I can't see it, .to, and then type in Eichmann, and it will take you directly to the movie and you can watch. But that is the unedited version. I couldn't. This file was too big for me to put on any of the servers that I usually use. But you could watch it there and then fast forward through the bad parts. Okay, we're going to go ahead and watch it now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Now I got to turn it off here. Screen.